Hi there, my name's Tony Nutley and I'm the Director of Training here at the UK College of Personal Development. Now, with all that's been going on with the virus, we've had to change how we deliver our training, and it's actually very exciting. We've consulted with the professional bodies, with the student body, with lots of other people who are stakeholders in what we do, and we've come up with a formula that we believe is absolutely fantastic. We've tested it with a small group, and the feedback we've had is pretty much outstanding. Plus, of course, the assignments that students have been sending in to demonstrate what they've learned and how they've learned it, and indeed their client casework, is fantastic. So I've got a few slides to share with you to show you how we're going to be taking our NLP practitioner and coach certification online. So I'm just going to put my glasses on so I can see what I'm doing, and then I'm going to share my screen with you. And we've got a few slides here, and in fact this is a kind of an insight, if you will, into how some of this will be working. So here we go. There we go. So this really is an overview of how we plan and how we've tested to deliver our NLP practitioner and coaching certification to a wider audience, indeed pretty much around the world. So to start off with, we've been around for 20 years, so we're one of the oldest training institutes that specialize in NLP and coaching here in the UK. We've had our dedicated training center here in Swindon in Wiltshire for the better part of the 20 years. But now, because we cannot have people in the center, we've had to think, how can we deliver our world-class, award-winning training to as many people as possible? In fact, in many ways, the virus has given us the opportunity to think long and hard, how can we extend our reach so that not everybody has to come to Swindon here in Wiltshire for their training and certification. And we've been members of these professional bodies, the Association for Coaching, the ILM, and the Association for NLP for many, many, many years. Now, the first thing that we did once we decided we were going to go virtual and deliver our training over the internet using Zoom and some other models and tools, which I'm going to explain to you in a moment, is we joined the Association of Distance Learning Colleges. Now, we did this so that we would get some additional guidance and support in how to deliver world-class, absolutely high-quality, student-supporting training across the internet virtually. And to be fair to them, they've been really, really helpful and given us lots of guidance and support. Now, we've worked with the professional bodies, in particular the AC and the ANLP, to figure out what's the best way to support students in this format. Because at the end of the day, coaching in NLP is something you do with people in their presence or over the internet using either Skype or Zoom or one of these other tools. So we've worked with them to ensure that the protocols and the processes that are put in place ensures that the students have a great time, they learn loads, and they get to the end of the qualification confident in their skills and the knowledge to go out there and practice their coaching and, of course, their NLP. So this is just an insight into a virtual classroom. And virtual classrooms have been around for a long time, and so has distance learning. You think of here in the UK, the Open University as an example. And in actual fact, UKCPD has always had a portion of what we've done distance learning. Our ILM qualifications spring to mind as an example. And we've been delivering them over the internet virtually, plus pre-recorded videos and home study kits for many, many years. So you can see here in this slide how this works. Everybody's in the room together. And the exciting thing about this is we're able to talk and interact with each other, put the students into rooms so that they can, breakout rooms that is, so that they can practice their coaching in their NLP. There's always a supervisor to ensure that everything is going well and to give feedback and additional support. We can share documents, videos, and other handouts that really, really enhance and enrich the whole learning experience. And once again, I would point out the test run that we did with some foundation students was fantastic, and the feedback we got was super excellent, and it really, really does work. Now, many of you may be familiar with this format anyway, and it's colloquially known as flipping the classroom. And there's a lot of research on this about flipping the classroom, not having everything in the same training room that you would traditionally do, but some of it is pre-study or home study. So part of the process that we're going to use is you'll be having some pre-recorded study materials Again, online, you're able to log in and watch the videos and take notes and prepare all of your questions so that when you come to the training, you're good and ready with lots of questions for the various different trainers. So flipping the classroom, I've kind of covered this already. Students can access the content at any time because it'll be 24/7. They'll be able to come to the live training with real-world questions. The live training is more focused and more productive because you've already got some idea about what the subject matter is, some of the key words that are used, the vernacular that are used within the industry. And our model, of course, cuts down costs because you won't have to come to Swindon in Wiltshire to take our certification program. You'll be able to do it from wherever you are in the UK or indeed the world. So this is just kind of an overview of how we see the whole process working. So once you're registered, you'll be sent some login details onto our online learning platform for some pre-study material. And these are, as I've mentioned, pre-recorded videos that will really enhance your learning experience. And they'll give you some bedrock that you'll be building upon both knowledge and skills as we work through the 12 days training. But before we even get into the training, we're going to have a meet and greet session, again virtually online, a virtual drinks session, if you will, where we'll all introduce each other and maybe say what we want out of this program, get to know each other a little bit, so that once we get to the first day's training, we'll be ready to go. So then we get into the live training. You'll see here in the darker blue square, we'll get into the live training. Now, a key feature of this approach is what follows on from a weekend's live training, which will be tutor calls. And these will be in the evening time. So you've got plenty of time to think about what you've learned. And then a couple of days, 2 or 3 days afterwards, we will schedule a call, again, using Zoom. And that will be an opportunity to ask some questions, maybe to do some practice and to have supervision. But separate to those tutor calls, we're also going to have scheduled practice groups. Now, practice groups are a great tradition in NLP and indeed coaching, NLP in particular, where people get together and they practice processes and methodologies to really get a sense of it in their muscle and not just have it cognitively in their head. And then we'll have some more live training, and then again, another tutor call and a practice group. And so you can see how this loops over and over and over again. Now, one other key thing that's not actually in this slide is that after each live session, live training, just like you're watching now, albeit this is pre-recorded, we will take all those recordings from the live sessions and slot them into your account online so that you'll have those as well. So you'll have the pre-study material plus all the live sessions from the 12 days training. And one other thing you'll see down here in the yellow square is we're going to have occasional masterclasses. This is where myself and some of my faculty colleagues will be delivering masterclasses in very specific areas that we think will really enhance and really expand your understanding of key coaching and NLP models. Sometimes we don't get to cover them in the live training traditionally like we would do in the classroom, but this way we'll be able to really think, okay, what extra thing would be really, really great? We've got some great ideas about that as well to roll out. And then finally, the very, very dark blue one here, we'll have co-coaching events. These are regular events that we have where we get together, there's a theme on coaching. We usually have sort of a short introduction or a guest speaker who will talk about some key element of coaching, and then we'll have some practice with each other to enhance our coaching skills. So that's kind of an overview of how we see this excellent program working. So just here you can see some bullet points. So the pre-study material, the meet and greet, the recordings of the live training sessions that will happen each weekend, the live tutor groups and practice groups, and of course our supervision events, very, very important if you're going to become a professional NLP practitioner or indeed coach. The masterclass events, plus the training manual. Now, we were all going to send the training manual out, but what we've realized is that we can send the training manual to your Kindle reader. Some people have a Kindle, others might just have a tablet or your phone or your computer, and you can download the app if you don't have a specific Kindle reader to have the manual in that format as well, which is another great resource. Now, graduation is something that we've done every single year since we began over 20 years ago. And normally we would have, well, we originally used to have it at the center, but we got too big for that. So then we had our graduation ceremony at a local restaurant here in Swindon. Fantastic event that we've had every year. But because of the virus, we don't think that will be possible, or unless, if it does become possible, then we will. But what we're going to do this year is we're going to have a live outdoor event, a big picnic, if you will, outdoors, weather permitting, of course, where you'll be able to invite your friends and colleagues and family along to see you graduating and collecting your diplomas and certificates. Now, one other thing that I haven't mentioned here is we're also going to do UKCPD live. As soon as we're allowed to do that, and all the professional bodies say, yes, go, and the government say, yes, go, we're going to have a couple of events every year, 2 or 3 events every year, UKCPD live. Now, you might think, well, what's that all about? UKCPD Live is going to be a fantastic opportunity for all of us to get together in one central location to learn. We're going to have some training, some co-coaching, maybe a couple of key topics from the platform, plus a great social element so we can all get together, share our experiences, and really get to know each other even more, building on the community that we will already have developed online. Of course, we already have that online. We have our UKCPD Alumni, a Facebook group. That's a closed group that we have, which is pretty active as well, plus some other exciting things that we've got planned to really develop this virtual learning experience. So that's just an overview of how we see this working. Now, if you're interested in knowing more about this specific course, NLP Practitioner and Coaching Certification, or our Foundation Diploma, simply go to our website, www.ukcpd.net, and you can see the address there, and all of the information is on our website, or email at any time with any questions that you may have at info@ukcpd.net. Now, I'll just stop that sharing there. So that's just a quick overview of how we see this very new, very exciting way of delivering NLP and coaching skills, and indeed our broader portfolio of personal development programs out to the world. You know, in 20 years, what we've learned is the NLP toolkit with the coaching framework and some other various personal development tools and interventions change lives. They change organizations and they change society for the better. I am a living example of how powerful these tools and interventions are. I left school with no special qualifications, and I've ended up running a world-class, award-winning training institute. I can guarantee to you, if you register for this program and you get involved, you will transform your life and your future. It's done it for me. It's done it for countless other students. If you want some testimonials, just jump on the website and you'll see them there. So look, we're really excited about this. I look forward to seeing as many of you as possible on our program in the coming months. We're going to kick off in September. Till then, take care of yourselves. Any questions, get in touch. Bye for now.